Hello. Welcome to
Hello,
our
everyone. Hello.
welcome to the first of our Community Jam streams. We're going to be making something for our new community challenge, so it's a pirate theme.
Pirate Scar.
Very exciting. Joined today by Richard Frank and Kevin Watt.
Hello.
And Barney Frank. You can't see
He's
him on the
lying
stream.
on the
You need
cable.
to-
He'll be up in a minute.
Okay.
I'm sure he'll make himself known.
Did you name him
very
after
soon.
former U.S. Representative Barney Frank, or is that just a coincidence?
No, he's named after because he looks like a bear.
Oh, okay.
You saw him on Twitter. If you follow us on Twitter, he was in the office the other day. He had a little bit of flatulence.
We're hoping he'll repeat that today.
Yeah,
just for-
let's hope
Hoping
the
he's
stream
feeling
goes
better
well.
now.
That would be great.
He's having
cool.
a good nibble.
Are
on his
we
own
starting from
foot.
scratch? Are we just gonna?
Yeah, we're gonna make something. People responded to our thread with cat pirates, so maybe like a cat pirate.
So we're going to make a cat pirate on a ship.
That is a very good ship that we did not
We
make.
found a ship.
Who made this?
I'm
This
going
is
to do
really
as much
good.
as I can without having to model anything. just 'cause-
Right, on the chat, if you can think of a good name for the ship and the cat pirate, that would be good. We can stick it
Yeah.
on the front.
Tom is here. He can take suggestions from the internet.
let's find a character to turn into a cat pirate.
We need
Is
a
there-
Tom bobblehead
Well, we
Yeah.
should have the disarm painting.
Who can remember the name of the really good
in the
pirate?
background on
And
one of the easels.
Tom can also help us figure out, like, if people have questions about how to do things, what we're doing, those kinds of things. Also, it's a good time to note that, like, we've added MM streams from people on the MM team onto our Twitch. So if you look, you can see, like, Richard is one of them, who does really informative, awesome streams where he teaches things.
Well, Kitty Powers is
Kitty Powers.
who's my alter ego. We're never in the same room at the same time.
That
What's the
is
name
true.
of the really good pirate character?
Crooked Ann.
That's the one. Thank you.
Who made Crooked Ann?
And Bogdan's on
Find
there.
out. We can give them a shout out.
Plastic Duck
963.
963.
And let's just pop her in.
Well, there's a casual version of Crooked Ann as well, apparently.
Casual.
Yeah, look.
Just in, like, PJs hanging out, or...
gotta
I
get
don't know. She looks
scale
kind of,
right.
you know. Have a look for the other versions because we need crew members, don't we?
We could have crew members.
Although we
Let's-
don't want to get.
As long as
We've only got an
Let's
hour.
turn
so
Cat.
let's
we
turn Anne
pace
into a
ourselves.
crooked
Let's turn
cat
Ann into a
pirate
cat.
before
Yes,
we do
that's
anything
true.
else. Just gonna sort out.
So we're going to publish this at
Her
the end of the
physics
stream,
shape
so if
is
you
all
want to
good,
remix
yeah.
this or turn it into your
We're going
own
to
thing,
reproportionise her.
I'm going to reproportionize her. That's right.
into more of a cat shape.
Yeah, because she's not too catty right now. Yeah, let's hide everything else
You're
so
definitely
we
not
can
cat
see
enough.
what we're doing with her. I'm just going to grab the stretch tool and we're just going
Oh,
to
you can just see the top of Barney's head.
crush her down a bit.
He's
Oh, there he
just being
is.
very good, actually, watching the TV.
Well, you are making a cat for him.
That's true.
Oh,
There's
God,
no
is-
cats on the
Barney,
screen
you're
at
gonna
the
go
moment.
mad.
Oh
when this
no!
becomes
Is this
a
a
cat.
good idea?
He's never seen a cat before,
Oh, well, that's.
so he's got no idea what we're talking
So
about.
we need a cat's head.
I didn't really think he did.
Oh, he knows
Oh, look at
everything.
him.
He's very intelligent, aren't you, Barney?
I know there's a really good cat
Yes,
made
you
by
are,
Pango Man,
yes.
so I'm going to steal that.
Oh,
Sprout.
Mike Pang's cat, Sprout.
Good boy, darling.
I have really enjoyed seeing how many people have made bad cat games with Sprout,
Some of
knocking
that.
things off.
Naughty cat. Not bad cat games, but bad cat
Yeah, the cat is
games.
bad, not the games.
Okay, I'm going to put that
Don't,
in here.
don't get upset.
That's not movable. Good.
Pirate
Cool.
puns have started.
The what?
The pirate puns have started.
Oh, good.
Give us a good
Oh,
pirate
good.
pun.
Someone's hooked on this stream.
Oh my God,
Amazing.
that's a good one.
Do we want the hair? We don't need the hair, do we?
Well, I mean, I feel like we should have some
what
sort
does
of
the
hair.
community think?
Yeah, but
Yeah, do we need
Cats are
hair?
covered
What
in
and
short
what kind of
hair.
hair?
I think cats with hair.
Take the
amazing.
hair away.
Does the
and
cat
make
get
the
a-
cat furry.
So what have I done? I've put her inside
Fine.
the
Does the
ship
cat get a
somewhere.
parrot?
Well, I
Well,
can
yeah,
make
for
a
sure.
quick- We can
If
make
you
a
want a
quick
parrot.
parrot,
Yeah, I
or
think
we
we
can
need a
find
parrot.
one on the Dreamiverse. Can't
Should
we,
probably have
Barney?
paws instead of hands as
it
well.
says
I'm
you
just
have
going to
hands.
get the paws.
No
off.
hair. Oh,
yeah.
all right, that's fine.
Maybe just make the hands grey. 'Cause
It's a parrot.
Oh no,
if she hasn't
that's
got
good
opposable
though.
thumbs,
Oh, you don't
Then,
need opposable
I have to
thumbs.
say,
She's
Barney
psychic.
seems very invested in this
Telepathy.
cat,
Use
despite not
psychic-
knowing which one it is.
Telekinetic cat.
psionic powers.
Yeah. There you go.
Fair enough. Fur enough, I should say.
I'm just going to
That
group
was
the old
perfect.
hand with the new hand, and then if I scope in and I take the old hand out, that should just work. And then I can just go in and then copy that one.
Did you
Yeah.
do a live clone?
I will do a live clone so
Top
that we
tip,
don't waste
kids,
any memory.
If you're doing live clones when your character... When you make characters, if you live clone the limbs, then when you edit one limb, it will copy it to the other limb automatically for you.
Okay. That's
Now, how do you do live clones?
turn on clone tool and turn on the live clone option. And I need to fix the problem that often happens when
Barney's
you
pulled out the cable for the
add something
controller.
from somewhere else.
Thank you,
Is that
Barney.
the movability settings are
You're tangled up,
So there you go.
darling.
Just set that to movable so it works again. Great.
Wow, instant
Sorry,
cat
So we
pirate.
have Cat
Sorry.
Pirate,
Oop.
who struggles a
Oop.
little bit with stairs,
Oop.
but that's fine.
I
What
don't
we
like
could
the
do
hair.
with is a
Don't like
cannon.
the
There's no cannons on this ship.
We're going to find a cannon on the
So
Dreamiverse.
let's find a cannon on the Dreamiverse.
Sausage. Let me get the cable, sausage. There we go.
Right, cannon.
Oh, there we go.
Never mind.
We didn't
Careful
know
of
if it
your
would be a
microphone
good
there,
or a bad
Rich.
idea to invite a dog to the stream
His mic's down.
so far.
Oh God.
The dog's gone now, by the way. We're just
That's right. There's a
And Tom
cannon available
has
to
gone
us.
with the dog.
Let's check it out.
But we have a cannon.
Professionals to the end.
It's probably a good time to mention too that like we'll be doing these streams every
Okay,
week
We have a cannon. Sorry.
at the same time, except for next week where we're doing it at 4 p.m. But we have a really good reason for doing it at 4 p.m. Because we have a special guest.
Oh.
Oh.
We
Who
have
could it
we've yet to
be?
announce our special guest.
Oh, and it won't...
Hi! Oh dear Lord. Hi, Barney.
Come on, Barney.
You're back, Bonnie. Hello, Bonnie. Did you want to go?
Come
You
on.
just licked my hand.
He
Oh,
likes
don't do
sticking
that.
things.
This is where the cat's
It's hard to create with soggy hands.
Come on, sausage.
Did I say that? I didn't mean
You
that.
did.
That should be in the top tip section.
Top tips.
Someone says,
Dry hands.
Oh,
cat
Barney.
shoot fur balls.
Well, we're going
I
to
like
shoot
this
fish,
idea.
aren't we?
Oh, like hairballs that like cats cough up? Okay, but only if you can do the animation of the cat coughing the hairball into the cannon, which loads it, and then it shoots the hairballs
I'm going to keep the animation.
into
it's
sharks. No pressure.
got. No pressure. Okay.
Come on, darling.
Right.
sit
We've got
down.
cannon.
Sit.
I've taken all the logic off
Good boy.
to do with possession because we're going to
Mm.
We're gonna
Come
have
up-
the cat possess.
come up with our own system here.
Okay.
Because whoever made let's just give a shout out to whoever made the cannon that I'm using.
So we're going to adjust its
Dark
controls.
Darkness
aren't
Fault. I'm going to use your
Good
cannon,
name.
but I'm going to augment it to work with our own
we?
thing. Okay.
Augmented.
I'm going to cut a hole in this ship because we need a hole for the cannon.
I'm sure there's like a real term for that maybe someone knows.
Maybe someone knows
Like
what
a
is
cannon
the name
hole,
of the-
probably.
Well, normally they're below decks, aren't they?
Probably
And they
not.
have little doors.
That's true.
Lie down,
We have
sausage.
them on the top of the
go.
deck too, I think, from Game of Thrones. Watching that.
That's
It's
good.
my
That's
only,
not real,
my only
darling.
reference.
Lie
So I
down.
want to make it so the cannon can.
Sure, some things in it are based on reality, like dragons. Rich?
Sure. Yes. We'll have a little chat afterwards, Abby.
Okay, so we've got a cannon.
That talk.
We've got to make
About
it so you can
dragons. control
control it, and also it's going to fire. Do we want fur balls or do we want fish? Or
Fish.
Hairballs.
Because we're gonna.
Hairballs. Tom.
Oh,
I
is
mean,
that what
what
we
is a
want?
fur
Tom
ball?
asked
Just a very
us.
loose sculpt.
It's what cats hack
Let's
up.
see.
Yeah, no, it would be a very loose sculpt,
How many
yes.
fur balls do we think the community has made so far?
Probably none.
We don't.
And you could also look up hairball.
I just want to know. I'm just intrigued.
No,
no fur balls.
A
Hairball?
hairball.
Oh,
I think this is also going to be a no. We've really found a missing.
So there you go, guys. We found a.
Dreamiverse.
People are not making enough
I could
fur
make you
or
one in
hair balls.
seconds, probably.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like.
I need a fur ball to fire out the cannon.
It might look a bit. Oh.
I mean, it is just like cat vomit mixed with hair. So
Ooh. Do dogs not do hairballs
you tell us.
No, I think they just do vomit
and other things?
and other
I can
things.
assure you.
Really fun facts.
Right. Do we want it to be bigger than the candle, or do we want it to slot neatly into the end?
I think that's up to you.
Oh.
It should be. I mean, when we fire it, we want to be able to see it flying through the
Okay.
air.
Let's
So,
just turn up the
not too
looseness a
small.
bit, because we want it to be furry, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's mostly matted hair and
Tinsel.
vomit.
Well,
Okay.
Christmas anyway.
And we're gonna. What colour is the fur? Or do we gonna randomise
Well,
the
our,
colour?
our
Randomise
cat
the
is
colour.
is grey.
Should we make
so
it white then, or slightly off?
Oh yeah, it should be cat because you own a cat. So is the fur ball always the same colour as the cat?
Well, yeah, because it's the cat's fur.
Okay,
I
cool.
mean, like the cat licks itself
They don't
and
lick
gets the
each
fur
other
on
and
it. Well,
get
they
other
could. If
cats.
you have two cats, then it
Yeah.
could potentially.
Okay, I'm gonna
Have
have to
another
make an
cat's fur
executive
in it as
decision
well.
while they talk about nonsense for a moment,
It's not nonsense. This is science fact.
This is.
and we're going
These
to.
are interesting facts for our audience.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you how to change the finish. The finish is going to be rough because it's not shiny. Where is it? Rough. There we go. Rough. That's Barney's favourite finish, isn't it, Barney?
Barney, what are you doing?
Rough. Oops.
Are you chewing on that cable?
That was a dog pun. I got that.
Come on. Give it away.
That's all right, Barney.
There we go.
No chewing. God, you've got massive paws, darling.
That's what she said. Right, fur. Do we want squiggly fur like this?
Yeah, it should look like matted hair.
I mean,
Matted
You can
hair.
do Can you do multiple?
can't believe there's no matted hairbrush.
Oh, you can.
Is it
actually.
only
Let
in
me do
paint
the
you can
impasto.
have
Look.
multiple?
Wow.
There you go.
Ooh.
That is.
Fur ball. And we're going
It's
to
a
put
fur
ruffle
ball.
on it as well to make it extra tufty. And then we could mix the flecks by grabbing the other fleck and just dabbing it slightly, then it will just replace some of the flecks.
Nice.
Is that fur bally enough for you?
That's pretty good. It looks like a rabbit's tail, but
It does, yeah.
Well, you can tint it. I was thinking if you put
Yeah, I mean, like
a
tinted gray,
randomizer on,
gray
we could have
cat.
different coloured fur balls popping out the end. Do you want me to
can
put a
do that.
microchip on it for you?
do it.
Okay. Oops. Is it in a group?
No, it's just at the moment it should just be loose in the scene, I think.
Loose. Okay. Right. Okay. We're going to create a. We're going to go into the gadgets menu. Go to logic. We're going to get a microchip to keep our logic tidy. Oh, it's quite big, isn't it? Can we make it smaller? Yes. There we go. We're going to delve into the microchip. Now, how do we do this? We have a randomizer.
The easiest way is to colour it slightly and then just have a timer. That, in fact, you won't want it to be on the. For technical reasons, you won't want the timer to be on the fur ball.
All right.
we're
Why don't
gonna
you do
emit
the
it.
logic
Oh, is it?
because you're better at it than I am.
Yeah. So what we'll do is we'll just have a. I'll take that off. I'll explain why in a second. Because
Oh.
because we're going to emit the fur ball, and
Oh, I see.
so that means that the main version of the fur ball that we'll be emitting will be
Come on,
frozen in time.
Stop it.
We need to have logic that controls the colour outside of that.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is I'm just literally going to wire a timer to the hue. And if I set just a base colour and then we run the timer should cause the hue to change. Is that working?
Okay, but we don't want every colour, do we?
Why not? Rainbow furball.
Well, cats don't come in like red.
You know, in our pirate cat world, maybe they do.
What if you were to?
They're not working anyways.
What if you were
Oh, I
to
know
turn
why.
down the saturation? You could mix the colours. Can you not just randomise the tone or something?
Is that changing colour? Is that even working? Doesn't look like it to me. What have I done wrong? Who's good at logic can tell me what I've done wrong.
What you could do is you could get
Start
a.
with a white, don't you? You can't start with a colour.
Oh, is it because I've done that to it that it can't do the hue? No, that can't be right. I'm going to colour it in here and see what happens. So if you've got two ways of colouring, we can colour it at the sculpt level or we can colour it outside. I just want to see what happens if I... There you go, now the hue works. So the hue doesn't work if you're using tint, apparently.
Oh.
But now we've got multicoloured
Hairballs.
hairballs.
I
Because
see.
this ship will have multiple cats on it of multiple colours who all groom each other. And so
Right.
it's all
Right.
science fact.
I
Yes.
see. Where are all the
We're
other
just going to
cats?
build the rest of this to fit Kevin's fiction.
That's right. That's how I like to work.
Barney, what do you think?
Cool.
Perfect for
So now-
jams, though. It's
Now
a
we
good...
need an emitter to emit our furball. And you'll see when I select the furball to emit,
It's my favorite
it's
gadget.
not going to work because I'm in the wrong scope. There we go.
Right.
So when I close that, you'll see that the main furball has gone all greyed out. And that's why I need the timer to be outside, because otherwise the timer won't actually run and the hue will never change.
Actually, bear in mind as well, that is no longer the furball. That is just an artist representation to show you where it will spawn. And if you want to edit that furball, you've either got to remove it from the emitter again, or you've got to reveal hidden by not previewing invisibility in the visibility menu.
Gosh, it's all getting very technical.
Well, I
You've
know, but
lost me,
people are
Richard.
going to get stuck.
This is funny. I like the fact
aren't
it's just
they?
rolling over, and I thought that that was maybe part of the animation, which is why I turned this timeline off. But I think it's maybe just rolling over.
Yeah, I think there's
I
the
might just make
canon.
it not movable for now, and then that's sort of fixed.
There
Okay,
you
cool.
go.
I can now test my.
Do we not need it to aim though?
Yeah, I'll add that. I just wanted to get the emitter sort of
Barney's
doing,
in the danger zone.
doing what we wanted.
Yeah, this is there's a dog behind
Okay,
our
so
stream
make it
setup,
so it
and this
emits
could
it.
all go horribly wrong
At any
at
moment.
any moment.
Max emitted it once. We'll say we can have up to...
Barney, come on.
This is a chance for optimization. So,
Come
so
on.
for now, we'll just say 15.
Come on.
Only
You're the
15 at a
first and
time.
last dog ever to
We'll
be on the
recycle
stream.
them. And we'll give them a lifetime of, say, 5 seconds so they remove themselves.
Okay.
Come on, sit down.
And then we'll set it to once only. So it will only fire when I give it a signal from our... Let's make this a remote control sensor.
Can we have it pivot on the spot?
We certainly can, Richard.
Do we have to use
And we'll use the square button to trigger. So now,
So the square
it
button
should,
is
when I
your
press
fire.
square, it should... Why is it not firing? Why do you hate me?
It's because you pause time, isn't it?
It is, you're right. There we go. So whenever I press square, it's going to
It's
emit.
always red though.
You're right, it
Few
is all
things are
red. What's
working.
not working? Ah, I know what that is. Simple. So by default, the emitter does not have emit with wires turned on because it's sort of expensive. So
okay.
it's something we expect. We turn it on when you want it, and that means that any wires going into or out of the emission reference, this greyed out frozen object here, will
Emission
be
reference, that's the-
attached to the emitter as well, to the emitted object as well. So now they'll come
There we
out.
go.
Brilliant. Well spotted. That the
Cool.
colour
Can
wasn't
we
working.
have the-
Although interesting, you can see that they're changing as they go,
Can we
which
have the
is
hue?
not ideal. But never mind,
Yes,
that's fine.
that's-
They're multicoloured rainbow furballs. It's fine. Yeah. Okay, you wanted it to rotate on the spot. Let's get that working
Yeah, do that.
next.
And then I'll make the C because we need a C for the boat.
We do, yeah. It's an
And
important
we'll
part of
just make
this.
these not
The shiny
movable.
blue block isn't quite
Yes,
enough.
that's right. Let's get it moving, and then Richard can go crazy with
Yeah.
the C.
Barney's
And we got. What are we going to
Any
fire
names
at
for
as
the
well?
see it.
We had one earlier, but I think we need some more.
We need
what?
something to shoot
Names for
at.
the boat.
But
We put
Alright,
the
Oh,
what are
brilliant.
What's the best one?
What have we got so far?
find it. We'll find it.
So let's say.
It could be called the perfect storm.
Let's just get a
Oh,
rotator.
With a per.
wow.
Just like
And
the
use the
movie,
grid to make
but
that
not.
perfectly upright widget so that it pivots on the spot.
And a book.
Is it a book?
And let's
Oh,
get
I like
our control sensor.
Also a movie.
Boom, boom. I like to
So it's
save
also a
my
phrase.
circuit boards in place so that when I open them, they always appear
Isn't
in the
it,
same
Barney?
place.
Yeah.
So
That's what this
using the grid
anchor's for.
to-
So I recommend using the anchor.
Good boy.
Cool. So we're firing on square. We'll use the right stick, I think, to turn.
That's it. Good
The-
boy.
There we go. Cool. So now right stick should turn the cannon, although it's a little bit aggressive.
We can limit how
Yeah.
far it can
So let's
turn,
do
can we?
that. We can do. We could add a joint if we wanted to add limits, or we could use logic to say you can't rotate further than a certain point, but I don't think we need to worry about that too
Okay,
much
let's
for now.
not do that since we've only got.
We might
Enough
have someone
time.
trying to mutiny, and we might need to turn the cannon round
People
and
can
shoot
always
someone on the
remix
ship.
this and add their own finesse and detail to it.
Yeah, we will publish this after.
It's still not quite working right. It's always turning the same way. What have I done wrong? I know what I've done wrong. I've forgotten to split my sticks.
Oh no.
The
error.
stick splitter general will be very upset.
Yeah.
So take your wire and stick it into a splitter, and then that gives you
Charles,
your
why
up,
do we
down.
do that though? Why do we do that, Kevin?
I do that because the stick is 2 axes, up, down, left, right,
So that's 4 directions.
4 directions, and I was trying to do a 2-direction rotation.
before-
So I need to split the stick and then
Extract the
pick my
information that
rotator.
we
So
need.
now I always
we
get
gonna
always
take
get
the-
them the wrong way around.
Oops.
Boom. Cool. So now it should only turn left and right, although it's slightly
We are going to
inverted.
need to go up and down though, aren't
It's
we?
also inverted as well. So you've got 2 options when you do your controls and you find that it's inverse to what you want. You can either invert the speed, thusly,
Yes.
is one way to flip the direction it will rotate. The other option would be to flip the widget. So it's the other way around.
Flip
And then
the
both
widget?
of the flip the widget.
Oh.
Not literally, actually, because you can't literally flip the widget, but grab it and flip it to the other way up.
Oh,
And by doing that, you basically flip the directions,
Yeah.
and you allow yourself, and you,
Expert.
that way it
Good
should.
shortcut.
There you go. So now it's turning
pro tips.
correct ways. But we also one more thing. I need to be able to pivot the actual cannon body. This bit. Oh, interesting. Is This is interesting. Someone's turned off the preferences, so I can't tell what group I'm in. It's confusing. I'm going to turn it on, so I have some
whippersnapper.
idea of when I go into a group. I find that really
A
hard to
rapscallion.
tell.
Was it you, Barney?
Was it you, Barney? I bet it was you, Barney.
It was probably Barney.
Turning off the visual
Oh.
feedback in the options menu.
This is always fun, trying to
How
find out
rude.
when you've picked someone else's thing. Okay, so that's attached to that. So that means I need to...
Is there a bolt? There is a connector.
There are some connectors, but I'm a little confused about... Okay, let's get our filters, X-ray,
Oh,
power of the
you
X-ray.
board,
So
Barney,
I can
you
actually...
board.
There we go. Okay, I don't think I need this one or that one for this particular setup.
On the
Right,
chat,
excellent.
how old do you think Barney is?
That's it, while I'm messing around.
While Kevin's fanning about.
I stopped myself,
How old
Richard.
is this dog?
How old is the dog, do you think?
There we go. Okay, so I flipped the joints
Shoe
and
my
now
shoes, that's
it's not the
right.
wheel that turns, but the
There you go.
what's it, and then I'm going to get
Someone says 7 years old.
7.
Less
Four.
than that.
4.
Less than that.
I think Barney is 5.
No, less than that.
It would help if you think about what breed of dog Barney is and then realize that he's very small.
He's actually only a baby. He's a puppy. He's less than a year. How many months old do you think he is? Oh, bless him. He's been very good, actually, considering he's so young. Oh, look, he's cavorting
No.
off camera.
What have I done wrong here?
Ooh,
So my new rotator is for some
legs
reason
akimbo.
not rotating it the way I thought it would. It's rotating the whole thing. What have I done wrong?
What have you
Someone
done?
tell me. Ah, I know
You've
what I've
put it on
probably
the
done
wrong bit,
wrong.
haven't you? Is there a group?
I think I've forgotten to make it movable. Yes, I forgot to make it movable. Classic error. And it looks like this
Can everyone
joint...
follow what Kevin's doing?
Probably not. I'm probably going way too fast and not talking
Yes.
nearly
Speak
enough.
clearly and more slowly.
Has anyone got any questions about what I'm doing? At the moment, I'm trying to make the cannon tilt up, down. And I'm getting closer with every passing breath. But
I mean,
I'm not there
it's
yet.
not that complicated because we've remixed something off of the Dreamiverse. We're having to deconstruct it and reconstruct it at the same
Yes,
time.
that is the
And we
downfall.
didn't build it, so I mean, it has its benefits because we don't have to model the cannon, but we do have to rejig it a bit.
Okay, so because what I've done is I've taken the rotator we're using to turn the cannon, and I've put it inside the cannon onto the body bit, which you can see in edit mode. I'm rotating it, and it rotates correctly. Brilliant. What I'm trying to figure out is how to make my rotator rotate it in the desired fashion, but it doesn't seem to want to work. I can't tell why, and my guess is it's something to do with the joint. I bet you it's a motor bolt. It's a motor bolt. If you've got a
No.
motor bolt and a rotator, they will fight each other. You don't want to do that.
Yeah, we don't have any fights.
No fighting.
No
Ah,
violence, please.
there you go. So now it's
Only with
behaving a
verbal
bit
cannons.
better, but not
Okay, is the
quite
only kind
right.
of fighting we want.
I'm actually going to change the stick I'm going to use for tilt up down. So we're going to turn with the right stick and we're going to tilt up down with the left. Does that seem crazy?
That
Well, why not
sounds
just do it
totally
with one
reasonable.
stick?
We could do it with one stick, but it's a little bit more fiddly.
Oh.
So for now, I'm not going to do that for now, but we can try that later.
Okay.
I was just trying to be quick, but as usual, something that seems so simple, you end up fiddling for ages, or I do.
Oh,
There you go.
oh,
Okay, so it's sort of working. We
blimey.
can now tilt up and down. I'm going to add some limits to the joint just so it can't overextend. Boom. Boom. Done. Okay. We're so close now. So we can run around as the cat pirate.
Any more ship name ideas?
But the cannon's sort of alive on its own at the
Relevant.
moment, so what I want to do is make it so that the cannon only really operates once you go over to it and activate
Right.
it.
Does that mean it needs to be possessable?
Yes. So what we need to do is come up with a way to switch possession from one thing to another.
Right. Change focus.
Indeed.
So maybe when you
let
go
me have
within
a
a
look.
proximity of the cannon, we bring up some kind of prompt.
That's a good idea.
Someone says it should be called the NM Barney.
It should be called the MM Barney. The
Naming a
Barnacle.
ship of cats after a
Yeah,
dog.
that's the ultimate.
Barney the Barnacle.
So,
Someone said it should be called the Catty Cirque.
oh, that's pretty good.
It's
The
pretty
Catty
good,
Cirque,
yeah.
yeah.
It's pretty clever.
We
Okay,
like that.
put down the trigger zone to
Barney
detect
could
our
be one of the crew
character.
members.
I'm going to add a text gadget with a
What would you
prompt.
be, Bernie?
That way we know that the trigger zone's working. And we'll say...
What button are we going to have?
Ooh,
Square?
bit of triangle, bit of a triangle action for
Oh.
this.
This is how you do button prompts, everyone. put them into those funny chevron things,
That's it. Triangle.
and that will give you a symbol. I'm
Canon.
sure that someone has
Just go with Canon.
catalogued them on the internet somewhere.
I believe you can get to a document that shows them by going via the user voice website. I
Yeah.
can't remember
Yes,
exactly
go
where.
User voice.
We're gonna-
Don't you mean feedback.indreams.me?
Oh, not user voice. Sorry, I think it's just the standard website. Indreams.me. That's it. Sorry.
Indreams.me is where the information is, and if you've got any bugs or feedback or problems or anything, problems relating to dreams, I hasten to add, go to feedback.indreams.me.
so
Yeah. And we are going to be posting videos and making a lot more little like helpful quick tips and things like that we're going to be putting up over the next
Yeah.
few weeks and months on our YouTube
We're working
page.
on it.
Yes. And like I said earlier, we're adding some links to people at MM when they stream. So people like Richard in his alter ego Kitty Powers, and Bogdan and Claire. We have a bunch of people here who do really nice teaching streams. So you can find those on our Twitch and soon YouTube pages, so that you can watch when people here are doing their own streams.
Come and look at my cakes on the internet.
Make a lot of nice cakes
Yeah,
in dreams.
creamy ones. In dreams.
How many dogs feature on your at-home streams?
Dogs. I don't switch the camera on. Kitty doesn't have the camera on, so she doesn't have to do her makeup. She's a lazy cow.
turn off.
I feel like you should have a camera and it should just be on all the dogs, so it's like a
We
bonus
could
of
do
like
that.
dog stream, dream stream.
A bonus. Bonius.
I don't know if anyone
Well,
knows
I'm
this, but
trying
you
to
can press
hard
up
to
and
get
down on the
the right
D-pad
way,
to
but that's
jump to names, so you don't have to type them in.
I
don't
didn't
if you
know
do
that.
Just press up or down on the D-pad once you've got a named thing that your gadget is looking
right,
for.
once there are variables in the scene.
Yeah, so I just typed Canon teleport pos into one of my tags over here, and now it will appear if I press up or down in here. So what I'm doing there is
Actually, something else I discovered recently is if you're hovering over a number, you know the sliders you get in the tweak menus, you have to drag them, and some of them have to go quite high, and it's a bit of a pain in the bum to drag something up to 1,000. You can shift square on the number field, and it will bring up a number entry keypad, and you can type the number in.
nice.
Top tip.
Cool, so I'm just quickly setting up how you possess the Canon. So what I'm going to use is a signal manipulator. These are amazing gadgets. Recommend you have a look at these, in particular these edge modes, which are really useful for all forms of control and setting up how your controls work. And I'm going to turn this to toggle on.
What does edge mode mean?
It means what happens when it receives a signal. Does it toggle on or off? Does it send a pulse? Yeah,
Because
that's
edge
basically
mode sounds very technical. Sounds like a technical term.
it is, but so like if you're making a fighting game, for instance, you might want to have a charge attack when you press a button, and then you do all your actual attacks when you release a button. So pulse at off you would use for honestly.
Sorry, the dog's eating the rug.
The dog is eating our set.
Hilarious. We're going to put it on Twitter.
Yeah.
In a while.
Just yeah, they're just really good when you're doing more complex control systems,
Edge
and
mode.
I find them really useful. And then you can also add smoothing. So with a teleporter, something people might not know with a teleporter is, so teleporter teleports an object every frame to a position that's given. But if you smooth the signal, it will move from wherever it is to that position gradually over the length of the signal.
Oh, okay.
So this should smooth that. Instead of the character possessing the camera and just immediately appearing in the possessed position, it should smooth the motion, and then we could add an animation later to make it look even more smooth.
Can you show us what that looks like in?
Yeah,
See?
hopefully in a minute we will see that
Cool.
happen. Actually, yeah, so what I'll do is if I get rid of the smoothing for now, hopefully we'll see that. So press triangle. Oh, interesting. Is this a good opportunity to use a signal transmitter and receiver? It might be. Yeah,
Is it?
it is. Let's do it.
Okay, let's do
I've
it.
never
So-
understood those, so this will be useful.
So yeah, let's imagine we were making like a modular kit for people to use. By using wireless transmitters and receivers are really good because they don't have wires basically.
They're
so if you're
wireless.
making they're wireless. The beauty of that is if you're making a modular kit, you can use transmitters and receivers to make the different modules talk to each other, and then when people use those modules, they don't have to worry about wiring them. They can just place them and they
Yeah.
will talk to each other. If you don't do this, then players, you might have to add a description into your object of like, oh, you need to wire this to this in order to make X work. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to say, well, if the player is in the possessed zone, that's going to send a signal through the
It's a horror movie from the 80s.
It's going to send a signal to the character. So we're going to send a signal saying, let's just call it possess. Possible? I'll go with possible, that'll do.
Oh, Kevin.
Cool.
If you're doing this at home, try and use like intuitive names.
I'm trying to be
things.
quick so you can get on and do some awesome
No, I
art.
understand
And just
that, but don't
logic
wanna
takes
give
time.
the-
This is for you, Richard.
This
don't
is
wanna give
exactly.
the
This is
viewers
for you.
bad habits. Because if someone comes along later and remixes your level, it should be really easy for them to know what's going on, to name things nicely.
That's true. It is,
John
it
Beach
is,
would
yeah.
approve.
It is good to standardise your
You do
naming
want
so
this John Beach seal of approval.
everyone can use the same things. And especially as I'm talking about how best to make things modular, it's probably even more useful to,
Yes, exactly.
to do that. But.
Come here, come here, Barney.
Come away.
Barney,
Okay,
come on.
so what should happen is
Boy.
when I'm
Come
standing in the zone,
I didn't
it'll
bring
send
my
a signal,
treats.
and then if I press triangle, which is the prompted button, it will toggle on the teleporter and move our character into position. And then we could even then additionally transmit something back saying that we're in possession. Let's just try what we've got. It's a good idea to test what you've got.
Well, let me test it.
Oh,
Oh,
what
dear.
happened? Okay, so I'm in
She's
possession.
there.
It
She
do
did
something.
teleport.
She did teleport, but it looked like she went into the ground.
How did we decide where she was going to be in the controller sensor?
So I've got a tag on the cannon, which is gives me the position she's going to teleport to.
Right,
I got a teleporter in the character,
right.
which is that's possibly why I thought I'd set that, but it doesn't look like it is.
In the wrong place.
Yeah, it looks like maybe that was why. Let's try that.
What you don't want though is for her to rotate with the cannon.
Yes. Okay, so she's right. Oh, this is interesting.
Oh.
Oh,
oh
don't know
dear.
what's happening there. Let's stop it.
She didn't look like she was enjoying that very much.
No. So one of the things we can do here is we can say match target orientation. That basically means that this widget here, XYZ, will attempt to match the widget on the position we're going to, XYZ.
She's all getting very technical.
Well, that's what happens when you get down into the logic.
All gameplay.
Okay, well now we're in the ground again. What's
Because
going
you're
on with
matching
this?
the
Oh.
orientation, isn't that right?
Don't know. Didn't expect that. Did not expect that. Teleport position. That's correct. That's correct. Let's turn her around. And then if we tweak the teleporter. Oh yes, they don't match. Look at that.
Ah.
My Z is... Oh, okay, that's probably why. So let's make these match.
So rotate that one that way and then that way. Look at that.
Is that right?
You're like an expert.
Done it before.
Like a pro.
Will it let me align that? Not quite how I intended to align it.
Oh, that's it.
Is that right? No, it's
No, you need
X,
Z
Y.
up.
Yeah, it needs to be up.
Damn Z. There we
you
go.
Right.
Okay, so now they're close, so let's try that.
There. Da, 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 da.
Excellent. And then, yes,
Nice.
brilliant, cool. The
Awesome.
camera turns and she sort of
Can we
follows.
give her arm pose? Or
Yep, let's give
that's
her a
just
pose.
the keyframe, isn't it?
No,
Yeah,
I mean,
that's-
she just need to cough the hairball into the cannon.
Oh god, I mean we can go
No,
deep,
no,
we
we
can
don't-
go
we
deep
don't.
into that animation
That
in a
is,
minute.
that it's not necessary.
Do a
It's
quick
just-
animation
Oh,
on this
oh,
character. I'm just going to hide
sorry.
the joints, I don't need to see them anymore. Okay, so just turn the grid off.
He's doing another circuit of the room.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Every time every once in a while I look at the monitor, you just see like a dog.
Wondering.
But
Now, actually, well, I suppose she would be pointing the.
I'm
The
just
cannon.
doing a rough animation.
But in
so-
real life, you would light the fuse and step well back,
I guess.
because otherwise, yeah, your wrists would be smashed to pieces. I would have thought.
Nice. Can I quickly
I mean,
start?
maybe. Who
I'm
knows?
just going to move
Can
this
we
back a
put
bit as well because it was quite.
Yeah,
There
she
you
was a
go.
bit
She's a bit
distant.
too far away.
Probably for safety reasons.
Okay.
Does feel like that is in step with Richard's safety guidelines.
Yes. The kitty
Didn't
powers.
I
manual,
haven't wired
safety
didn't
manual.
wire the actual animation up. That was silly of me.
Oops.
So So that's,
What are you going to make control that?
so I'll just use the same thing we toggle this on. So the same thing, in fact, we didn't do that thing we were talking about, so we'll do it here. So the same toggle on is that toggles on the teleport position will also toggle on
Cool.
her animation and a good time. So this is
That's quite a good way to tell people to go away, isn't it? Toggle off.
toggle off, mate. Spin on.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. What's he eating?
Hang on, string.
Oh, it's all right.
I found a ball of string. You
He can't destroy string.
Okay, it's sort
Well,
of
you
getting
can,
there.
but
It's not quite
Doesn't
right.
break anything. That'll do. Come on, should we move on?
All right,
We
we'll come
need
back to
some
this and
actual
I'll
gameplay
finesse
now.
this after you've done some art. You need to make
Richard
a
is
C for me.
aching to make something.
Aching.
You never know with logic how long it's
I'm
going to
gonna
take.
shut
That's the
these
problem.
because
So,
they're in my way. You can just do that, can't you? Hold
Yeah.
L1 and press circle. When you're hovering over the canvas,
It's almost like you do tutorials, Richard.
almost as if I do. Now, you do know in the guides menu that there is a floor guide, which is very useful when you're in edit mode, if you need some kind of reference. Shows you where the origin is as well. Now, let's go into sculpt mode, and let's just, to start off with,
you're so much better at describing everything you're doing than I am.
that's
can't
'cause
do that.
I've had to script the tutorials.
That's true.
Right, we're going to make that a sort of... You'd be surprised how little blue the sea needs to be. We'll do the very palest blue. But we'll probably... also, top tip, if you press the touchpad, you can bring up the colour mixer.
Mm.
I'm going to make it very grey and not too bright. And then what we'll do is... Oops. We're going to make that a bit bigger. Actually, we probably should have done a cylinder. I think it'd be more efficient, but never mind. We'll just cope. Oh, all right then.
I don't often do that. Forget
I
that
think
you're
we're
in
getting
brush
fake
mode.
button presses. I didn't press anything.
Oh, really?
Right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to... Well, that's a bit wonky, isn't it? Let's just delete that. I'm going to start again. What I normally do is use a cylinder because this ship's going to be at the centre of the world,
Mm-hmm.
and so we want to be able to see a certain distance around the ship.
Yes.
So it's much easier to just do a big cylinder.
Barney, come here. What are you playing at? Oh, okay.
Barney's got a string.
Barney's got string. This can't possibly go wrong.
It's better than the wires.
It's true.
Yeah. Now I actually need to see the ship so I can see.
Also, we have move controllers if you want them as well.
Oh, yeah, there are.
I'm
move
actually more
controls.
used to the dual shock.
Yeah,
I mean,
me
I can
too.
use either. I am controller dexterous, or whatever they call it.
TM.
TM.
Yeah. I need to just get that on the floor. That's it. That's why I need the... This is going to be the base of our C thing.
C thing, otherwise known as the C.
Our plane, I was going to say, because it's not a floor plane, it's a seaplane, but a seaplane is
A
something
seaplane is
else.
something totally different.
Yeah, so I got confused, kittens. Anyway, so...
It's a very good pirate ship, I have to say.
Yeah, whoever made
Very
that, it
pleased with
reminds
our
me of a
style
toy
ship.
one that I had when I was a
Yeah, it reminds me
child.
of the Lego one. Did anyone have the Lego pirate ship when they were young?
I couldn't possibly tell you.
I didn't own it, but I knew people who did.
No. Anyway, we're going to choose a better fleck than this. So we're going to go to style mode. We're going to go to this fleck here. Just going to apply that. Then we're going to make it shiny, which is in coat mode. And we're going to choose a waxy shiny wax. Shiny wax. We could do metal, but You're not going to actually. You're not going
Oh,
to
the
see.
shiny
That looks
is
quite
nice.
nice, actually. That looks good.
Like
Has
a
a
nice
nice
smooth
finish.
sea.
Where is the sun? We're gonna lower the sun a bit because.
I wonder if we can find
In
some
the
clouds.
cameras and lighting menu
Hey,
of
Barney.
the where is it? Oh, there it is. Sun and sky. So we've got the funny looking gizmo. So in the sun and sky we can move the sun by just let me turn off the grid. Grab this ball. This is the sun, and look, you can move it around. And it
That's
gives
cool.
you
Oh, that looks really
the
nice. in the
sun. Now,
sea
which
there.
way are we going to be pointing? We're going to be
Cannon's
pointing
currently
way.
over that way.
The cannon is on this side, isn't it?
No, other
it's on
side.
the
But I
other
could
side.
move.
side.
I could easily move it over.
It's all right. No. Let's not
Oh,
waste
that looks
time.
cool. That looks cool.
Let's do this the hard way. We'll just move the cannon
Right,
and
we can
the
even
cutout.
scale the sun just by pushing up on the D-pad while we hover over the gizmo. Let's make it nice and big. Excuse me. Make the sun less yellow because it makes it look too sunsetty. Even though it's quite low, we don't want it to be too dark. I'm going to make the sun a bit smaller. Because if you put it near the horizon, you'll get a nice reflection. There's a top tip for you.
Maybe if you move the sun sky gadget down by the cannon, will you be able to get more of a bird's eye view of what it will look like while you're editing? Because that looks really nice from here. I just wasn't
Yeah,
sure.
that looks great.
That's good. Well, where's
Yeah,
the
that's
camera
cool.
going to be, do you think? About
About
there?
here?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so let's put it here then. Right, so let's
What are we firing this cannon at?
I don't know.
We had an idea earlier which has been thrown out of the window without any discussion whatsoever.
We can ask. We just can't.
We were going to
ask
fire
people.
fish. I thought we were going to fire fish, and then we could use, instead of killing things, we could be feeding whales.
The
whales eat fur balls, right?
Sky
We
up
can
a
do
bit
that.
to make it seem sunnier.
Oh,
Let's keep it bright and colourful, shall we? Hey, we can do that with it though. Look at that, that's cool. Maybe when you win, we can do a hue cycle. We're not going to tint the sky just yet. We're going to keep it simple. I'm going to turn down the horizon definition because we're at sea. We kind of want what do we want it on?
you sort of
Horizon definition darkens the lower half of the sky dome.
because of the sea, you can't
basically,
really see
yeah.
it, actually, can you? I guess if you had more fog or less fog,
Because you
would
can't
see
see
it more.
because of the sea.
You see.
You see.
I see. I see a little silhouette.
I'm bringing the fog in as well to hide the edges of that cylinder, so that the horizon, the fake horizon, is. I'm going to show you that trick now. Hold L1 for square. Oh, where's that gone? Oh, it's because I've possessed.
What's happened?
It's because I was possessing the cannon, so
Oh.
shift square wasn't doing anything.
Oh, I can turn that off. I don't think I've set the cannon to not be possessible yet. I think
Yeah, so unfortunately I can't edit things because square makes the cannon.
Should I fix that
fire.
quickly? I can
Why
fix
don't you
that
do
quickly.
that for me?
Apologies.
How much time have we got left?
Let's see.
Against the clock here, it's
17 minutes.
Oh, we
Really?
got
That
very
was
up.
good
that
time.
was- that
Do we
was
need a
fast.
whale or are we going to fire at something
I mean, we
simpler?
need something to fire at. Tom stepped out with Barney for a second. So when he comes back,
I
we'll
only
get some.
apologise for the behaviour of
suggestions.
animals.
He's a puppy.
I'm going to
He's a
use
baby.
another wireless transmitter and receiver to tell the cannon that it's being possessed.
It is very hot in here
It is warm, isn't it? I had
and
to
the
take-
dog is very fluffy.
I thought you were going to say flatulent.
No, he didn't fart once actually.
Yeah, no, that was good.
Very good. It would have been appalling had he let
Tom,
it.
we need to figure out what we're going to be firing hairballs at.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and we've got 17
So
minutes
we're
to
looking.
decide, so
Yeah, we have.
Get on that.
Right, what do we
Someone says
do?
feed a whale.
That's what I was thinking earlier.
Well, that's
so
what
let's
we
Feed
were
a
do-
whale,
going
like so we're
to.
feeding the
Feeding
whale
whales with
Fur
cat
balls.
fur balls.
Yeah. Or a unicorn surfboarder. You could try and knock them off.
that
That's
could
not
be
very
quite
nice,
fun.
is it?
Oh, okay.
Dogfish. Suggestion.
I mean, neither is feeding a whale hairballs. I mean,
so-
like that's not really what they eat.
Someone said no whale killing. That's not what.
No, we're not here to
We're
kill
not
anything.
killing whales.
We're
If
not
we're gonna do
killing-
anything, we're
um,
gonna feed
in
them.
fact, our
Do you not
pirate is a benevolent pirate. She does not pillage or plunder anyone. She merely feeds.
She's more of a
things
sailor
hairballs.
then.
And her hairballs are full of nutritional value. They're actually spaghetti balls or something.
That's it. Because all
So
the
then
cats
just
have
the
spaghetti for hair
Cat's
on
just
this
puking
ship.
up its
In this
food.
world, they do. We can make any world we want.
Okay, the one thing I'm going to add as well is a camera to the cannon so that we have that.
Everything in our world makes total sense as long as you don't think about it too hard.
Doesn't the controller center have a camera?
It does, but it turns, and I want to make it so
well, we
that
wanna
the
fix
camera
the
looks
camera.
where the cannon is pointing. So that's what I'm going to do.
People are really on board with feeding whales hairballs.
Okay, we're
I
going to
thought they-
feed some whales some hairballs.
Okay.
It's a phrase that I didn't
We're
think
gonna
I'd be
make a
saying today, which
cartoon
is
whale.
most days with dreams.
Okay.
Yeah.
We still need a name for this boat. Is it the Catty Sark? Catty
That was
Sark?
pretty good. Catty Sark was pretty excellent.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do that then. I'll do that in a minute. We'll have to find a good font.
Although if you just like a slight addition to that, if you called it like the Catty Snark, it's sort of a
Snark.
nice.
Oh,
Catty
yeah.
Snark. So is she a bit like kind of?
Oh, funny camera transition. I have to fix that.
Oh,
Can turn the camera still.
she's a bit snarky.
Well, I feel like now, I mean, as long as we're developing a character.
Okay, I need to fix my prompts because as well as I need to turn that prompt off. Okay, it sort of works. Continue with C.
Right.
We need a whale.
For like a quick 40
We've
minute
lost the
logic
explosion,
plus everything, I'm pretty
We've
happy.
lost the firing explosion.
I can add that back in later. It's the animation's still there. I just haven't tied the two together. You mean of the cannon firing?
There
Yeah.
was a little puff of
Yeah,
smoke.
it does have it still there. I haven't deleted it. It's just that it's not currently
What have
wired
I
up
done?
I'm going to give this to Ant.
as a part
Oh.
of the.
Siobhan did offer to
System.
look after Barney.
Oh,
Yeah. The lovely Siobhan Reddy.
Dog whisperer.
Dog whisperer extraordinaire. Now, what was I doing? Making the sea.
Making C,
You were
but
making
the C's done.
the
We don't have much
sea
time,
and
so
then
maybe a
whales
whale.
for us to feed hairballs to.
Right,
Although there are
no,
some
let me
whales
do
on the
some-
server
do-
already,
let
so
me
I
do
could
my
probably
sea,
easily
young man.
doctor one. Sorry, did I interrupt you? What were you saying?
Said,
Taking-
let him do the sea, young man.
Yes.
And you're like, fine, just let the old man in the sea be.
Yes.
Old man Richard.
Old lady.
Gonna make some C for us.
I'm going to make the waves a bit bigger.
I am super disappointed that Bogdan is not here today to do a pirate shanty for us.
I'm
I feel
gonna
like that is.
Comb the waves so they go across because that will look more real.
I feel like we're in his genre.
We are in his genre.
We are in his genre. Well, he can come and do the sequel another time. Just going to turn down the wave a little bit so it's a bit less mental.
Loving the way that reflected
Oops.
sun looks.
That's really a nice effect.
It looks like an imp, sort of.
Here we go.
It's a lovely
Now-
sea.
Huh?
I said it's a lovely sea.
I was going to do waves and everything, but we've run out of time because
I thought
Kevin
those were
made it
waves.
had an awfully complicated.
Sorry.
So we'll do that in another stream.
Artists are hard to please.
They are
So
very
they
hard
were
to
very
please. They just want
demanding.
things to work, don't they?
Right, let's make a whale, for goodness sake. Right, I'm going to start this way
For
round.
goodness sake.
I'm going to just wing it. Or fin it, as a whale would say.
What kind of whale are you going to make?
I don't know, what colour whale do we want? What is the...
Tom,
Colour whale.
what color whale are we making? What kind of whale? What
I'm gonna
color
make
whale?
it
We're just
grey
looking
to
for some
begin
whale
with, and then you
inspiration.
can just-
Real like insight to this whale.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make it out of a curve tool. I'm just gonna. Now we're in edit brush mode. If you don't know about the curve tool, it's amazeballs. If you go into edit brush,
True
which
say.
is either, let me just go out of it again. Edit shape rather when you're in sculpt mode. When you've picked the curve tool, which is this one that looks like an eyebrow, one of Tom's eyebrows.
Really
That's
big
very
eyebrows,
specific.
yeah.
Then you go to
That's a
edit
big-
shape, or you press shift and square, which it says when you
He sees
hover
you.
over it. You go into this editor, and you can drag these handles around, and you can make the ends bigger or smaller, like that. So what I'm going to
Someone
do,
said it should be a pink whale.
a pink whale, of course.
A molecule whale.
That is my favourite colour, you know. So that's kind of whaley.
What did they say?
It's just
Can't be
yeah,
repeated.
You might want to start like shaping that whale sooner rather than.
You what? What is the problem with my whale?
This is
Nothing.
Let's go back to throwing shade at Tom's eyebrows. The
Yeah.
library is
Yeah,
open.
my eyebrows crazy, aren't they? Yeah.
We're going to soft blend this shape. I don't know what they're talking about, filthy beggars.
this is...
Sorry.
I mean, come on, Richard. Is it a sperm whale?
Yeah.
Oh, it could be a sperm whale.
The
But then-
chat's been saying. That's all the chat.
I'm not even looking at the chat. It's just that's what.
It's your
Sorry.
filthy minds.
I'm gonna
Luckily, there's
fire,
a, we
fire
want a
fluff
pink.
that's giant sea sperm.
It's a real kind of whale. I don't know what you're talking about.
Please don't make it the colour they suggest just yet.
Too late.
Pink. Why not?
Can you make it shiny?
Shiny. There we go.
There you go.
Whales are
Like
not.
a whale.
I mean,
We're going to give it some eyes.
Yes.
yeah,
probably
that's
be
a good idea. I think eyes are really good.
God.
Have you seen a whale?
I'm going to give it a...
This is the whale out of my nightmares.
People always criticise artists when they're not blooming finished.
You yelled at Kevin for his logic the whole way through.
Oh, it's because I...
Oh, my glasses are falling off.
Dying.
There we go.
That's looking more whaley now. It's got eyes.
There we
Thank
go.
God for that.
Eyes really do a lot.
Can you? It needs to have a mouth that can open to catch the furballs.
I haven't finished yet.
I was just suggesting. I wasn't.
You are a saucy sausage.
I just
aren't you?
like doing this stream each week where we bring two people in to bicker at each other.
To argue with each other, yeah. You sausages. Right. That's about
Are you using the cutout tool there?
Might be.
Cool tool.
Oh,
Just that's a good tool right
I
there.
don't know why it did that though.
You're on brush mode. It does. I get
I mean
confused. by
that. I did that.
I feel like I'm missing out on a really good joke.
I don't think so.
But maybe it's
Peter.
something that no one's allowed to say.
Oh, I
reacting to
see.
I'm reacting to what you're laughing at like 2 minutes later.
Okay.
Oh, I see, because you're listening to it on the thing. I'm a bit slow.
Maybe some tail
That's good.
fins.
This is looking good. Yeah, some fins. I think it
Fins,
would really
fins make a
help
whale.
its whaliness come through.
See, look, I'm not finished
That's cool, I
yet.
like that.
I'm not finished yet. So
That
just
is true.
I like how you made that paler.
You just got to wait till the thing is finished.
If you use
It's
some
not
surface
hard.
snap, you could draw some things, and you could give it that ribbed effect. That
That's exactly what I'm about to do.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh, help me.
Thank you very much.
I immediately thought that. I thought, I bet you he's going to do that. I saw it. I saw you going there.
Oh, good. Good. I'm glad
I think you
did.
should vary the colour using the varied colour.
Oh,
wheel.
you mean like I am now?
Oh, is it on? Oh, I thought you had that one. Oh, you are. You're right. I'm sorry. Oh, shut up.
Yeah, shut up, you.
Dreams from Media Molecules, rated Peggy 12.
Yeah, we're the loving, caring developer.
It's family
Doesn't argue
friendly.
at all.
It's family
There we
planning
go.
whale.
Family planning. Let's not bring that. I thought we'd veered away from that subject.
We had, yeah.
I'm sorry.
Right. Stamp one of those in using the stamp in position,
That's really cool.
and
That's a
then
trick.
That's very cool.
there we go. You can grab an earlier one and just
Love
stick
it.
that down. There we go.
Oh,
That looks marvellous.
is there? We shouldn't ask the internet for a
Can
name
you
for a
please
whale,
put
should
some
we?
fins on it,
No.
Richard? I think that's the one thing. It
Sorry,
needs.
what?
Can you put a fin or two on it, and I think we'll.
I'm not finished yet. Oh, what's it doing?
Oh. Oh,
I don't know what's
The
happening
camera's
to my
gone.
camera.
funny.
Luckily, we have the grab cam.
Thank God for grab cam.
Well, that whale needs to be a bit bigger, doesn't it? Right, let's give it a fin before people complain. There we go.
Nice.
I haven't used mirror mode, which I,
I
would
don't
normally
think
have done in this situation.
Whales have fins there.
Do they not?
I don't
Yeah,
think
you
so.
might
I
be
think
right,
they've
actually.
got
I think
tail
they
fins
just
and
have-
side
yeah.
fins, but that's more of a shark.
Orcas have fins there.
Yeah, orcas do. That's
and they
fair.
are whales.
Yeah, that's.
I'll put a little one there just for the pedants in the room. Is that in the
It just
middle?
makes it look like a piggy bank at the moment, doesn't it? Sort of like a coin halfway inserted into
Yeah.
it.
I can't believe these naysayers. I hope they're defending me in the chat. Yeah.
That looks good.
People are behind you, I did.
Good.
They like where you're going.
Firmly behind, I hope.
Yeah, they really back you, man.
I got your back. Mm-hmm.
We're not going to see the tail, but I'm going to put it on there anyway because somebody might want to remix this.
Yeah.
And put it in
Yeah,
their
we
own
want to
level.
publish this after the stream for everyone.
So what's you got to do to hide the menu? And don't forget as well, as long as it's about the right shape, you can just chuck it down. Something happened there with the move controllers.
Someone says it's the most beautiful whale they've ever seen.
Oh, thank you for the compliment.
Now that is the kind of thing.
Yes,
I'd like
that's
to
the
hear.
sort of thing I want to hear.
Yeah. Instead of everything else that you've
Yeah, instead of all the other filth they've been throwing at me.
Oh, you're going to go with the triangle.
I'm going to do a little bit of a combo.
Cut or
Someone says it's dreams. It can be any whale. You can look at however you want it to.
That's
Exactly.
true. Nice.
And breathe.
And breathe.
Oh. Are we on stamp shape? No, we're not. Okay, let's just quickly put a little bit of soft blend on there.
Mm.
Just going to make that. There it is.
oh, very nice.
Look at that. That's great.
That was a very nice whale tail technique.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope I'm forgiven for my slightly dubious beginnings.
So we need to animate this coming out of the water and then firing
We're
a
gonna-
cannon into its mouth.
Yes.
Yeah, we need
Okay.
to use oh, there they are. Okay, that's.
It needs some side fins.
Oh, that's true. Well, we can literally just copy. Oh no, we can't. Well, we can. Actually, we can just. Oops. We can just duplicate that one. Really, if we had time, which we don't, we would. Animate these, but we haven't. So.
Yeah.
Why don't you do that when you remix it?
Yeah.
That's true. We
Yeah.
will publish this so everybody can make their own version.
Nice.
There we go.
Okay.
Now, let me just put a connector.
That's it. Yeah.
That's it. We want a bolt attached to the parent first and then the child.
It's only because time's running.
It's all right. I had it in play mode. It's not the end of the world. Don't panic. Now, if you grab the purple bit, that's the pivot. And the handy hint is, when you're grabbing it, just press triangle and it will snap to the grid.
Nice.
So you can get it aligned. And because we started off our whale aligned sort of to the grid.
It should be pretty good.
About there?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if we grab the mouth. Hello. Oh, let me just hollow it out, actually, just quickly. Sorry.
You can use the hide everything else to see what you're
That's
doing.
what I was about to do.
Cool.
I'm going to use the hide everything else tool.
Backseat editors. God.
Sausage. God.
I love
Let me do
backseat
my
game
job. I didn't tell you how to build your cannon, did I?
No, you didn't.
Well,
A little bit.
yeah, I mean,
Just
How
complained.
thick do we want its mouth to be?
That's good. I reckon that's good.
yeah.
I'm gonna,
Because you can move it after
I'm
you've
gonna
done it. You
I'm
can.
gonna put
Oh, tongue.
a tongue in there as well, just for the lols.
Blah.
There.
Blah.
That's it. We just want it to peek out when it opens its mouth. Bleh. Bleh. I'll do the noises.
It's
Right, so we can put a limit.
seems accurate to nature.
We can put a limit on the thingamy-bob so it doesn't shut too much. So let's put the current position about there. We don't want it to close anymore, so we'll align that one to there, and then we only want it to open about that much. So we'll leave that there. And what that means is now, if I grab it, it will only open between those 2 points. So you can go, hello, I'm a whale, and I don't look like anything rude at all.
Feed me a fluff ball.
Right, do we need to group them?
Gorgeous.
Yeah, group that bad boy.
Group. Oh, that's right. There we go. Right.
John's asked in the chat if we want any whale facts today.
Whale facts.
Sure. I mean, we'd love some whale facts.
Do you want to carry on animating?
Yeah, I'll quickly.
And let me have a rest.
Yeah, let's quickly do an
Sit
animation.
down after all that. Oh, that's handy. We might need to make it bigger to make it not too difficult, because those furballs are not very big.
That's true.
We could scale up the furballs.
Okay, it's a grid on. I don't want the grid on. No.
No, turn the
Okay.
grid off. Oh dear, what's happening?
You've got a collision issue. Collision issue.
We haven't turned off the collision on the jawbone.
Or on the water. No water.
Oh, blimey.
And I might actually leave collision on the whale so that the fur.
Any technical questions on the chat? Now that the panic's over?
Just stunned silence, mostly,
Yeah.
I think, is what we're going for today.
Oh, blimey. We need to find some piratey music. Can anyone recommend any?
I mean, I think we could just look through Bogdan's catalogue. and
Oh,
find
right, yeah.
something.
Bogdan's catalogue. I wouldn't, yeah. Oh, here it comes. It's a bit scary, actually.
Okay.
Now, do we not need to have it, or we're going to have multiple ones timed at different times?
I was going to just set up one, and then we can just duplicate it and
Okay.
randomize there.
Maybe we could tint them all different colours so they look like different whales.
Yeah. And then so
There's someone asked in the chat, why would it fall apart when they add objects to it?
Because either the objects they're adding are movable, or they're not in the right group. So they've got to make sure you're scoped into the right level. Now, it's easier to tell if you switch on the visual feedback to high or medium in the settings, which high is the default anyway, I think. Also, what's the other way you
depends
can tell?
if you mean
Do you wanna
if
swap
the
the
objects
things
literally
so
just
you can
fall
ask
out of the
questions?
character, then it'll be movability. If
Yeah.
the objects are all like jiggling around and being weird or getting stuck on stuff, it'll be collision. You've got collisions that you don't want to have.
Hello, Tom.
Hello.
Tagging Tom in so he can give you some community questions.
Like a tag wrestling ring, but less violent.
Thanks.
I'm going to add a trigger zone to detect the fluff ball,
Can we add
Hello.
animated eyebrows to the
and
whale?
then trigger.
You need to put it in its mouth.
Canda, I don't think we're going to have time on this particular session to add animated eyebrows.
Just a
Hello,
joke,
everyone.
Kevin.
Oh, it's just a joke. I'm sorry.
Wires everywhere.
Okay.
Wasn't very funny. Furball.
Furball. Now I'm going to go over to the furball, which we can't see because it's an emission reference, and we have preview invisibility turned on. So if we turn that off again,
Oh yeah, that was what I said
we'll
earlier.
be able to see the furball.
Oh look, there's the puff of smoke that we need to put back.
Hello.
It's covering up my furball. It's
Just learning all the buttons I need to
making
press
it
at the
hard
end
to
of the
grab. There
stream.
we go. I got it. I got the furball. Just going to get the furball out of the smoke so I can edit it.
Yeah, that's exactly where Abby's gone to get a load
Can we make it bigger?
of whale facts.
We're going to add a microchip. We could make it bigger. Now that it's actually already the emission reference, we can change the scale of the reference and it won't affect the emission.
Oh really?
No.
Do we not
yeah.
want it to affect the emission?
No, because we've already set the emission up and it's already a good scale. If we can change the scale of the emission if we want to, but
Oh,
for
we're
now,
changing
we'll
the
leave it.
original now by doing preview invisibility.
Yeah, so at the moment I'm looking at the reference object of the emission. I'm adding a tag to it so that every one of the cannonballs or the furballs
Right.
that gets fired will be detectable
course.
by the
So
whale.
the tag's going to call it furball, so the whale knows it's a furball. And when
Exactly.
when the trigger zone in the whale detects the furball, it will know that it's eaten one, and it will be
Yeah.
happy, and you'll get points.
Yeah, so for now, as a very rough throw together, I've got 2 animations. I've got one of the whale coming to the player,
Yeah.
and I've got one of the whale going away again. And what we'll do is we'll just...
Is it going to turn around before it goes away?
Not this time. We can change the animation after we get the logic set up, but this is very much a just a temporary thing. And what we'll
Okay.
do is we'll use a selector
Why?
to keep it quick, because I don't have time.
What do selectors do? Why would you use a selector there?
So selector is always on A when it starts,
Right.
and the trigger zone when we detect the furball is going to make it move to B
Ah.
and make it go away, and just simple
Right.
as that.
Have
It's
you
just a very,
recorded-
very quick
have you
way for us to
recorded the
move from
exit
one.
animation?
I have, yeah.
I didn't even see you do that.
Kevin's that quick.
I wasn't paying attention.
It should move up and then stop outside the boat, open its mouth, and now it's waiting for a furball.
No,
It's not making it too difficult for you. It's a bit far
And
over
then
to the left.
I'm going to cheat with the furball by copying our reference and just going in the mouth, and then it goes away. Brilliant. So that worked.
Oh, it works.
Goes
My
away
logic
quite-
is absolutely perfect and faultless.
Yeah, the chat is filled with whale.
If a little rough.
It's a bit rough and ready, it's true.
Whale puns.
Yeah, not whale. Oh no, don't ask for puns. They will swamp us. Oh,
I need to fix its tongue.
Okay, my cannon is very, very
Cool.
not
Yeah, we
very
need to
good.
get rid of that
Oh,
triangle.
oh, there it is.
we go.
There we go.
Okay, something
Nice.
went wrong with my animations there. I think I forgot to set the settings on this one. Yes, that's that. Keep changes, travel.
Oh,
I
no.
forget which one is which.
We
That's-
mentioned puns.
let's try
The
that.
ones there.
So everyone's doing whale puns,
I
not
think they're
whale
about to start.
facts.
Can we get rid of that annoying triangle when you've actually possessed it?
Yes, we can get rid of that, because it should probably, instead of telling us how to possess, it should be telling us how to fire and control.
What is fire?
Oh, that's
okay,
nice.
There we
so
go.
it
That
sort
was
of works.
alright. So it goes under the ship.
Goes under
Oh,
the
I
ship.
see.
Okay,
I
so
always found that really terrifying in movies about
yeah,
ships.
that's what always I found
When
scary
big
about
fish
ships.
or whales go under the ship.
Oh, you don't know where they are.
Yeah, it scares me a bit.
Yeah. Okay.
Just letting you know that.
Just so we know. Someone says it needs teeth. We're having a discussion. Whales
Teeth.
don't have teeth.
Whales
well,
have-
some do.
Well, some do, but this particular whale just has combs to comb out the furball into the strands of lovely spaghetti. So we will add some combs to its mouth if you really want us to. In the last throes of this stream.
Oh, yeah, a few minutes.
Would you like me to do that? What are you doing? Turning off the triangle?
I'm making it, yeah, so that it switches to square, although I'll probably move.
Can we not move the square though? So it's not in the way of the whale.
Let's move the
Not
square.
quite
Where should the
lovingly
square go?
created.
The square can just be on the screen in somewhere.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Someone
wrong
asking him, where's Barney? Barney is outside in the
Barney's
studio.
Barney's outside.
Barney's coughing up a furball
Can we not
outside.
write fire next to the square?
We can, yeah.
Barney was
Ideally,
getting a bit bored and hot in here, and being just a young baby, but very large and chaotic, he needed a bit of space
need to flip those.
to cool off and something to chew on, which wasn't the rug.
No, or the ball of string in the background.
Well, the ball of string was probably sacrificable,
Yeah, it's true. That's true.
but
Incredible joke from a enemy mouse in the chat. You ready?
enemy
for it.
mouse.
Yeah. What's what's the pirate cat's favourite toy?
Pirate cat's favourite toy. Whales.
No, don't know.
Yarn.
Oh, ow.
Yeah, that was.
Arr, I
Arr.
should say.
I think
Yeah.
you're right, it should have always been on one stick.
I told
None
you,
of this
didn't I?
two-
Right back in the
none of this
day.
two-stick
In the
rubbish.
olden days,
Rubbish.
I told him, didn't I? On one stick it'd be much
Bloody
better.
told him.
Someone missed the part where you put the square and the fire on as a prompt, as a text gadget that
Yeah.
turns up when you approach.
Oh, well, if you rewind and pause it, you'll see the circuit board and it will show you.
And then what we could do is we can emit different. Let's just quickly set up the whales to.
Embergs, what is a pirate's favourite? Oh, it's going to be R, isn't it?
I was going to add something to the whale first.
Oh, add something to the whale, and then I'll set it up to emit some random ones, and then. I'll have
Okay,
something
let's
to
just
shoot at.
recalibrate the imp first because the controller's moved. Now I want to fix that blooming. Oh, what's that? Yeah.
I'm usually much neater with the logic. I'm just rushing because we don't have much time.
Yeah, so
Yeah, I'm just going to move his tongue a bit because it's annoying me.
Oh,
Her
that's
tongue,
really
I
good.
should say, and or
Really
its
good
tongue,
joke.
perhaps. I want to give it an eyebrow
Do tell.
because I
Do you want to say
can.
while Rich does that? And Bergs, I assumed wrongly. He asked, "What's a pirate's favourite letter?"
R.
No.
What?
I don't know, what is it?
What is it?
Tis the sea.
Ha!
Oh,
Very good.
That's a really good one. That's a really good one.
of course it is.
So you'll be able to.
If you're spray painting things, sorry to interrupt,
That's fine.
use Surface Snap if you're using the DualShock. It makes it much easier because it keeps your cursor or your imp on the surface of the sculpt.
Yeah, whenever you're doing any detailing, painting, or even adding extra indents or surface snap. is
Surface
boss.
detail is the best thing. Oh, and I forgot to add a blowhole.
Oh yeah.
We should really have a. Oops, that's not very.
I mean, ideally we'd have an animation of it. Yeah.
It would spout
Spouting
water.
That's how
when you
you'd know
feed
when they were
it.
coming. Oh, okay. I
Yeah,
thought maybe
oh, well,
that's
maybe.
it's
Yeah,
happy.
that's true.
Yeah.
Right, I'm just going
Um,
to quickly put the name
That'd be
on the
something
ship
people could
as
add
well.
when we
That's
release
right.
this for remixability. Release it as remixable after the stream. Long back to Pie Boy is leaving. He says bye.
Bye.
Oh, Won't be
We're not
long
going.
now.
Just in case you're confused why we just said bye.
Yeah, we're not going yet. You haven't
Okay.
got rid of us yet. Now, what was he going to... Catty Snark.
Catty Sark. Yeah, Catty Sark. Or Catty Snark.
Catty
yeah.
Snark.
Catty Snark.
That was Abby's addition.
Yeah, that was very good.
I just want to do this because I promised I would. So we've created a text gadget. I've snapped it to the ship because it is part of the ship.
Oh, I see.
Now currently it's on the screen. It's in screen space. So I'm going to press this and it will go into the scene. And that means it's in the scene.
Mm.
And now I'll move it here and make it a bit bigger. And then I will remove the text box. Oh, actually, could we keep the text box?
It's like a plaque. It's like a plaque.
It is
Yeah,
like,
it sort of
it is
looks
like a
right.
plaque, I guess. All right, let's keep it, but we need to make it look nicer. So let's just quickly. That's the border, isn't it? So let's make that dark brown.
Mm.
Unfortunately, Chubazza in the stream, you've missed everything.
But luckily-
Rich and Kev have. Well, they've just joined.
Luckily, with the
I
magic
see.
of technology,
Be
you
able to
can watch it
rewatch.
again later.
Yeah.
And they've just been making our community jam. This next couple of weeks is pirate themed.
We need a different font.
So we're making something piratey themed that you'll be able to remix and play with.
Something a
once we
little bit
finish the stream.
scripty, to be
Yes,
honest.
I
yeah,
was
you can
thinking
watch
that as well.
Everything
Wow,
we
that-
would.
Reading my mind. That one?
Oh,
that
that's
one or the
very
one before
piratey.
I thought looked quite good as well.
That one?
No, not that one.
That one? No, that's not. That's Art
That one.
Deco. Let me just check. Oh, wait a minute. That one? No.
No.
That one?
Mm.
I prefer the initial.
Yeah, we did. I'm just checking.
Yeah. No, because we have a few fonts.
We need to survey all the options. What?
There was one.
Where? That one?
That
That's
one.
quite nice.
No,
That's
I like
nice.
the one before.
You like the one before?
I'm picky like that. That one.
That one looks good.
That one's nice.
What colour do we want it? Pink?
Yeah.
Alright, let's do pink. Why not? Oh,
Nope. That's.
It sometimes does that when you
it's weird, isn't it?
if you don't select a
Oh,
colour
that's
first.
nice.
The problem is it's a bit difficult to read. Is
Maybe
there-
we want it not that colour.
Why don't we have it go like neon?
Well, that's quite good.
There we go. So now we can duplicate that.
Oops.
Oh, that's
sugar. Oh, sugar.
It's because you get the gadget, not the text box. There you go.
Sorry.
That's the
Nice.
ticket. That's the ticket.
Let's stick that on there. Oop. Move that up a bit. There. Ta-da. It's not quite on the surface. Let me just move that slightly. And then just, all you have to do is go in, open the tweak menu and then it will allow you to grab and move the text. There we go. Right, did you want to fiddle about
Some
with...
final touches.
Few
Duplicate
finals, let's
the
just get it
whale.
so that there's multiple. Yeah, we get randomized.
And then we'll try it out, and then we'll
Release it to the world.
release it all over the Dreamiverse.
And then we'll probably look at the Dreamiverse in like 20 minutes and someone will have done
Remixed
something with it.
Someone will made it much better than
Yeah.
we cobbled together in goodness knows, what was it, an hour?
hour and 20.
Well, if Barney hadn't been here, we probably would have been an hour.
Done in like 10 minutes. We're just also
It's all
just
Barney's
distracted at a
fault.
dog.
Yeah, it's all the dog's fault.
Nimo in the chat, I don't know if you're making a good pun or if you're just using game development terminology. They say ship it.
Mm.
No, I don't know.
That could be
could
pun.
go
That
either
could
way.
just be that they know the lingo.
Yeah.
Okay.
What are you doing?
I'm setting up a randomizer to randomize which emitter emits. I'm going to have basically a load
You
of
could do it
these.
more simply than that, and this is a top trick that I learnt from John Beach. You just do the motion capture thing, the gadget, and then you move the emitter around, and then it just moves.
Yeah, I could do that, but I'm not going to
Why not?
because I don't have time.
It's quicker.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it really? I don't know. Is it? I don't know how to do that. Do you want to do that?
It's fine.
No, you can do it. I'm doing it the way I know how to do it.
Yeah, but,
We're having a little fight.
It's a
having a
different.
spat.
We're learning something
Difference
new.
of opinion.
It's all right. Kevin and I don't sit near each other. We don't get to hang out very often.
No, we don't.
This is why.
Harsh.
Harsh.
Yeah,
It's
we love
bringing
each other
people together,
really. We
isn't
do love each other really, don't we?
This is probably not going to work, and then you'll be like, "I told you so."
I wouldn't dare.
Okay, so this timer is just going to pulse the randomizer, and then the randomizer is going to randomly.
Pulse the randomizer. It's like
Randomly.
something someone would shout on the deck of a starship.
Absolutely, I'm pretty
Yeah.
There's a
sure.
meteor
Yeah.
coming. Pulse the randomizer.
Someone asked, actually, Rich, this is a good question. Someone asked about further tutorials. You guys are working on a load.
We are
of,
working on more. There
loads
are
more.
more coming. They have been chosen based on feedback and our own.
There are a lot of whales desperate for food.
Basically, we had all the ones that we wanted to release are being worked on now.
Mm.
So, there was always a
Loads
plan to
more.
roll them out over time. The first batch will be completed
future.
and coming soon.
I need to quickly just pulse any old one.
Someone said they
Plus
can't
other
wait.
bits of educational.
Yeah. Someone says they
tomfoolery.
can't wait for more tutorials.
Can't wait for more Connie and
Our
Casper
tutorials
action.
are incredibly good,
They're very, very good.
considering how complicated and difficult editing can be.
Oh, come on,
Oh.
quick! There's a hungry
you missed that
whale
whale, yeah.
waiting
Oh, that's
for
a-
dinner.
My cannon doesn't really work. This is why I had it separated on the sticks.
Oh,
There you go.
oh, there you go.
I don't
You
know if
hit-
that
you
actually
got
went in his
one.
mouth though.
Well,
The
it
control
got-
on this
it got
cannon is
near
bad.
enough.
Someone needs to make it better.
Somebody make this better for us, and we'll
That was
be
a nice one.
forever grateful.
Oh.
I mean, the fact that we've made a pirate
Quite
game.
sure what I've done wrong with this cannon. But
Oh, no!
God.
Look that.
Oh, God.
Oh no! They're all on top
Something-
of each other. It's
something
all
wrong.
going horribly wrong. Can we have it so that it doesn't create a new whale till the old one's gone?
Yeah, I probably need to make it so. I mean, we probably need
Make
to come
it
up
have
with
the
some more
whales don't wait around forever to get their food.
That's a good idea. What could I do to make that happen? I could make that happen.
So they
by-
play their first animation and then they trigger.
Yeah,
But
I'll
if
emit them
you,
with wires. It's alright. I can emit them with wires.
are we destroying them when they swim away as well?
I might not be actually.
Oh, that's probably
Emit
not
with wires.
healthy.
That's probably useful. So what I can say is that once you've emitted, oh, this is going to get messy.
Don't tell the children though that we're destroying the whales.
Yeah, no.
They're not real whales, kids.
Someone says if the whales don't feed in time, they'll just eat their other.
They'll eat the other
God.
whales.
Their
Yeah, well,
sibling.
that's the next. That's in the sequel.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how best to do this. How best to do it so that if there's already a whale there and you... Oh, I know. I could have a trigger zone. That might work.
Someone's just asked if
Yes, I'll do that.
Kitty Powers could make an appearance one day.
That's a good
Well-
To educate or
The kittens.
the Kitty Powers tutorial
The quickest
expansion package.
The quickest way I can think of to
Well,
set up this is
yeah,
to
there's
have a
all sorts
trigger
of
zone.
wonderful things we could do with Kitty Powers.
I have to ask her nicely.
We'll just have to see if we can fit into her busy schedule. I'd quite like to do all the tutorials with Kitty's video. That'd be quite funny, wouldn't it? Press the square button. That's right, kitten. Well done.
Whale has a H in it, for those of you who can spell.
NDev777 in the
Can't spell,
chat to just ask if the engine is capable of doing cloth physics. Someone's actually done a load of cloth physics. That's a hard word. It's a hard couple of words to say together. If you search cloth physics in the Dreamiverse, you'll see a bunch of examples.
I mean, it doesn't have code specifically to animate cloth. It does have code to animate strokes in paintings. So if you can cleverly use strokes or even just sort of connected up sculpts, you can get quite a reasonable approximation of cloth using the physics that we have and the connectors. But yeah, there's no actual cloth physics. It's like there's no fluid dynamics, but you can get, you can fake it. The thing with dreams is it's not really about recreating reality. It's about approximating reality and doing it because it's a very painterly engine. It enables you to get away with making things that give the illusion of other things, but sort of like in an impressionistic or abstract way.
Nice.
But you can make shiny looking things as well if you want to. It's just that obviously doing things that are super real is highly unforgiving when it comes to any kind of video game. I mean, even the most realistic looking games, they have their uncanny valley moments where it's like, that is clearly a video game and not real life.
And like these whales, which are undoubtedly
realistic.
Uncannily real.
So realistic.
Now,
Why am I getting a weird flash there? What have I done wrong?
What is it that's happening now?
I was trying to set up a system whereby if there were too many whales in the sort of feeding area, then it would make them go away. But I don't know if it's working. I don't know if... At the same time, I also tried to optimize by getting rid of all the references, but that may have just broken everything. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to undo, because undo's good like that. And they're all back.
It's nice.
Do you know what I think we
Simple.
should do?
What's that?
Go into... Are they all referencing the same whale?
No. That's what I was trying to sort out, but
What
I think...
foolishness is that?
Well, exactly, but I don't... Because I'm rushing, I did what I thought would solve
I
it.
probably would have just have a timer on each whale
It
to
didn't.
say after a certain time to swim away
That's a good idea.
and then disappear.
That's a better idea. Yeah, I'll do
Yeah,
that. All right,
yeah.
fine. God damn it.
And then we should release it to the
Yeah, we
world.
can't release it in this broken state. Let's just quickly fix
Broken?
it.
Broken?
Whoa.
Broken?
Let's
Harsh.
I'm sorry, but
You know it is. You're
Whales-
totally,
broken.
you're totally right. It is
trying to
broken.
eat each other is not my idea of
Okay.
lovely.
So I like your idea. If they're around for too long, then they go away.
It's just put a
Easy,
timer on
just
it.
need a
So
timer.
so it's you either hit them in the mouth with the furball or
Yeah, absolutely. How long do you reckon?
um,
Let's go 5 seconds, actually.
5. That's quite forgiving, isn't it?
That
Yeah, but
includes them swimming up. as
Okay,
well.
then what you need to do is you need to change the timer on the randomizer to be 5 seconds, and that way they'll never get on top of each other.
Yeah, but occasionally getting on top of each other might be fun.
No, it won't, because their jaws fly off and it looks horrible. It's like nightmare fuel. We don't want that. We don't
Okay.
want to live in a world where that happens, kittens.
Okay, that's okay. We'll sort that out. That's the next
Can't
stage.
have that kind of horribleness. The real world is bad enough.
Someone can also go in and optimize this, because we should just have one whale reference, because having
It
to
would
do
have been
this.
easy to just go in each emitter and
Yeah.
just delete.
It's probably
and
like you
remove
said earlier. I
reference.
probably should have done it a completely different way.
Someone
but-
says, could you limit the lifetime of the emitter and set the randomizer pulse timer to be at the same time?
That would work.
That would probably
too.
also
Also
work.
work. I don't know, hi me.
I want to get a bird's eye view of this.
No, we didn't put destroyers in.
Oh God, yeah, we
That's
need
all right.
destroyers.
Oh, that's a lot less than 5 seconds, honey bun.
Those are 5-second timers, but clearly 5
Yeah,
seconds.
but the
is
timer's
not enough.
starting when the whales get
Yeah,
emitted.
no, that's all right. So we just need to add a bit of time. That's not a problem.
No. What I reckon we should do.
It's easy. We're
All
gonna
right, then.
this stream's another 5 hours. Yeah?
No. We need to release this so people can play.
All right.
Okay, you now get 2 seconds, and
You're doing it the
bear
sloppy
in mind,
way, not the proper way.
I'm doing everything wrong here, basically. The most inefficient
Have
way
you changed
possible.
the randomizer time?
No. Should I?
You've changed the wrong number.
I know,
dear.
I've changed the
I'm
wrong
going to go
number.
horribly wrong.
Some of them can be different numbers. It doesn't really matter, does it? Polish.
This is like a game jam.
That's what this. Yeah, exactly. It's a game
in
jam.
like
That's crazy, yeah,
an
isn't
hour.
it?
or slightly more.
Yeah, there's many things in this
Right,
game
can
jam.
we change the
need
timer on the
fixing.
randomizer
Yes.
quickly?
What
'Cause
do you
I
want to
don't
change it
want
to?
them climbing all over each other. Change it to 8 seconds. I
8.
mean,
Let's go for 6.
oh right.
Just be different.
Just to be honest.
Oh, he's hungry, hungry whale. Come on then, feed him. We really need some particle effects.
Pretty rough. Yeah, it needs a lot of
The
things.
boat needs to be moving a little
The
bit.
boat needs a little bit of
I think
that'd
people
be good.
can.
Okay, next week,
Yeah.
what we'll do is
Oh, I need to
if
fix that
you
camera.
remix this level and make it better in some way, whether it's making it cooler, more efficient, however cool it is. Am I doing bad things by suggesting that?
Well, on Thursday we'll be doing our play-through streams, so we can check in on this and see how
Oh
people
right,
are
yeah,
doing.
and well, the top ones, however many that is, because
Yeah.
it could be 0.
I've
We
never
will
made
show.
an awful
Yeah, it depends if you want to. If you want to go for this, then by all means.
You don't have to. I'm going off piste. Please feel free to ignore me.
Someone needs to fix this cannon because it
But
plays
since
terribly.
there is a pirate community challenge, you
Exactly,
could-
that's why we're doing this.
Well then, we'll look in the genealogy.
I can't
Someone
quite-
said, Enoch Root Dream says, "How can we make this better? It's perfect."
Aw, thank
more
you.
if-
Whoever
Okay.
said that, you've made me very happy.
Oh, quick, shoot it!
I can't, this cannon is the worst designed cannon in the
I haven't even
history of
tried it
cannon.
yet.
There you go,
there you
nailed
go.
it.
Look, that didn't play its animation properly though. Did you put a destroyer in there?
It feels like Hungry Hungry Hippos. Has anyone played that? I feel like we've just
They do
created.
look a bit like hungry
They do.
whales.
They're fine. They're fine.
You're not aiming very well.
It's getting crazy
Just
now.
my cannon is not. Look, my
Well,
cannon's
shall we?
very
shall
broken.
Should we ask the community to?
Yeah,
take a
community,
look at this
solve this
and,
nightmare for me, please.
Yes. Okay. Should we save a version of it and release
Name
it?
Save and release this
Save
version.
and release.
Someone said, yeah. Someone said,
This is
perfect is
public.
boring.
That's true.
but-
Also
yeah.
true.
But
Yeah.
Perfect.
Do we need to put it in a map?
Imperfect isn't always fun.
I need to name it.
We need
Let's
to
just
name
name
it.
it. I haven't actually named it.
It's more important that it's fun than it's perfect. Let's put it that way. And right now it isn't fun.
What should we call
What
it?
should we call it? We need to call
Community.
it
We need a name.
Catty Snark.
Oh, that was it. Catty
Just call it Catty Snark.
Snarks.
Whale feeding.
Fun
challenge.
time. Feeding Frenzy. There you go.
That was exactly what.
Oh,
Oh, is that where you're going?
Yeah. It's
a bit
Yes. Like-minded.
Frenzy. But they're quite fast, the whales. I thought it feels
is
quite
it's a bit of a
frenzied.
frenzy.
Yeah.
There you go.
we
It's
need
remixable. Someone can solve
Excellent.
the horror that
Thanks,
is this
Fix
game.
the cannon, fix the whales.
No,
make
I'll
it
never
more-
be invited
move
back
the
with my
boat.
bad
Oh no,
logic.
you'll be back. Maybe like in a few streams.
Yeah, when you've done a few more tutorials.
Yeah. I've never done any tutorials.
Well, thank you
To be
guys.
fair,
That's not
we
true.
know.
I've done them a lot.
You've done a
actually.
lot, yeah. Yeah, you would have
Test
definitely
them.
done a lot of them.
A whale did look like a whale in the end.
It did.
It did.
Very good. Well done.
And thanks
Um,
everyone who we used their assets because we did mess with some assets there, and that's always fun.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you to all the contributors. Your credits should be in the genealogy of the level.
Yeah, full
so, yeah,
credits.
that's true. Yeah.
So if
full
you want to
credits,
see
yeah.
that, look, you got
Pango
Lego
Man,
Man,
there's everyone.
Darkness
Saucy
Fall,
Cowboy,
Plastic
Plastic
Duck
Duck.
963, Saucy Cowboy 620, Lady Lex UK, and Merceline 98. Thank you
Dog
for your help.
Hell, and Pango Man.
Well, thank you very much, everyone, for watching. We'll be back on Thursday at 5 p.m. BST, playing through a load of your creations. And next Tuesday, we'll be streaming an hour earlier at 4 p.m. BSC because we have
Because we have
no
special
dogs
guests.
to
which is very
disturb us.
and no Barney. Although Barney's very good, I love Barney.
We'll bring a
very
picture
much.
of Barney. We'll show him.
Yeah,
on
or just
screen.
have it, just like
We'll
there.
tweet pictures of him.
Disarmed. If you want to paint a picture of Barney,
Oh yeah.
that'd be great. Anyway, thank you everyone. We shall
Thank
see you later.
you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.